condition. The sun, of course, is extremely important, and all compartments, a big glass sheet in the roof, so helping the pigeons to maintain and keep that condition, which is so vital. The traps are windproof because in many cases the draft, one-eyed cold and headaches, as the Belgians call it, can be the cause. Sometimes the excess sunlight is kept away and screening is put up. Windows open, of course, to provide the much needed oxygen. There we are. Ventilation, of course, with no drafts. And the sunlight is dimmed just a little, as Jeff feels that direct sunlight can cause a very mild form of one-eyed cold. Note the simplicity underneath. Open air towels to draw out the stale air, and the clear towels to allow lightness through. The pipes you see are the heating pipes underneath the widowed lofts. Obviously, when it comes to health, the Houben family take no risks at all. Their veterinary advisor, Ralph Verbots, is almost one of their lodgers at the house of the Houben. Fortunately for the Houben family, Ralph is a racing pigeon fancier himself, which is an added bonus because he can look for not only the potential sickness or illness, he can look for the fitness of racing pigeons. Treating pigeons blind is not the Houben way. They are tested for trichomonas by being swabbed. Young Ralph is looking through his microscope to find necessary problems or problems could be there. This, of course, is a routine which is carried out in the spring. Worms, trichomoniasis, coccidiosis. And if need be, when treatment is needed, it is given. Also a very good opportunity in the spring to vaccinate the pigeons for paramyxo and pox. A good time for Ralph to examine the general health and fitness of the inmates. Ralph is one of those veterinaries who increasingly wish to go back to the natural products of nature, and extolling the virtues of a rich vitamin preparation given after a race, after antibiotics, of course, and in use of maintaining and keeping the loft in supreme health. The list of products, of course, are endless. But one particular product which is given with some enthusiasm is cider vinegar. It's blood diluting, gives soft feather. There's also a disinfectant internally and externally. At all times, of course, Jeff is looking on with great earnest. Natural products can be used to support the intestines when the pigeons have poor droppings. And of course, antibiotics are not the solution to everything. electrolytes. Great recovery aid on the day of the race. No particular company's products are used, but all are used on the recommendation of the veterinary. Bourges, the day has dawned. The race. The race of Bourges is to the Houben family like cricket is to England or Piala to Spain. The excitement and the anticipation. And already friends, relatives, fellow fanciers are gathering to witness, hopefully, a day of much joy for the Houben family. Jeff entering the loft to find a few likely drop birds, just in case, of course. Nadia assisting, and of course one of her helpers adorning a white coat, all in preparation for the event. As far as the Houben family is concerned, of the lofts all ready, clocks are waiting, thimbles in the correct place. And of course, crowds continue to come. Looking for the odd chair. And there we are on the main road outside the Houben family house. This particular scene would be unique in England. Some of the ladies organising the men. Of course, a last-minute scrape. Last-minute clean out by Nadia, just to ensure everything is absolutely spot on for a great day. Drop birds are put away. Very important, of course, if you have one come back a little nervous. Another feature of the big day at the Houben family house is the raffle. All the ring numbers are placed on a piece of paper. A 100-franc note is exchanged for that piece of paper. Of course, the first, the luckiest one to correctly have the right ring number to the first pigeon will win all the other people's Belgian francs. Prospects are being discussed. All in all, the excitement is building to a crescendo. These scenes really are staggering. If, for example, in England it took place, I guess you'd have a riot squad, or certainly the police inquiring what was happening. But it's all credit to the Houben family that their competitors, many, many friends from all parts of Belgium and other parts of Europe, come to witness a great day. Of course, like all pigeon fanciers, they're discussing the wind, the estimated time of arrival, and many other factors. Jeff, of course, is naturally being a little tense, but being comforted by a good old friend, and best wishes are exchanged. Wives, husbands, children. Cars still arriving, and yet no sign of the elusive first pigeon. drink. But Luke and Monique, their apprehension must now be near. Look out, cries one. Is it? Could it be one from last week, last month, or is it a pigeon? Yes, they seem to think it is. One circle round. Down it goes. The hard time's taken. A lady on the bike probably going home to tell her husband that the famous Houben family have yet again clocked an early pigeon from Bourges. And whilst she's on her way cycling, yet never one arriving at the Houben lofts. The excitement must be fever pitch. Another one, two or three together. By the way, this is from Bourges, of course, at 480 kilometers. And there's young pigeons amongst them. The whistle, of course, is very much in evidence. Probably thinks to herself, I've done my job, but get in, girl. The scene, of course, is very reminiscent or similar to every fancier who races pigeons. Getting them in and getting that rubber ring off their leg. Jeff Houben orchestrating the events. Monique is just clocked and seemed rather pleased with herself. Quick check of the times. And yet more pigeons are arriving. Have the Houbens done well? Well, only time will tell. Luke seems to think so. 9 or 10 in the clock. Yep. Beer to ease the tension. Perhaps later it'll be champagne. Or hopefully it'll be champagne. Feels better, he thinks. Of course, the regulations in Belgium is a little different to places like England, whereby you have to phone in to the headquarters of the Antwerpen Union with a wing mark on the pigeon, wing number, of course, and the time on the clock. This has to be done within a certain time, which the family helps out in conveying the correct information. The Golden Pigeon, the Golden Elf of 91, one of the highest awards in the Belgian racing pigeon scene. The trophies you see reflect the real success of the Houben family. And among the most treasured, of course. And the evening, the congratulations bestowed upon the family from friends, fanciers from all over Europe, internationally, journalists to interview and be interviewed by, with one aim in mind: to congratulate the most successful family of racing pigeon fanciers perhaps in the world. Looking lovely. Jeff, of course, proud. And there's a trophy. Each and every one in Belgium with ambition to win. Nadia being congratulated by Jan Hermans, editor of the famous Belgian Weekly. All smiles all round. And whilst the celebrations are taking place, it might be a good idea just to have a look at some of the performances of one particular pigeon which, in many people's minds, certainly in the last 10 years, have bred some wonderful middle distance pigeons. And of course, is the young artiste. For example, children of the young artiste have won 7 times in the first 11 with up to 16,000 pigeons competing. That young artiste breeding 7 children to be in the first 11 with up to and sometimes over 16,000 pigeons. Grandchildren of young artiste, 15 have featured in the Belgium national races. And of course there we have up to 49 to near 50,000 pigeons competing. When you consider the children of young artistes in provincial races, 13 times, including firsts, seconds and thirds, have featured with up to 5,000 and 6,000 pigeons a race. Grandchildren of a young artiste, as many as 35. In provincial races, in the Antwerpen area, with up to 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 pigeons have been positioned in the first 10. So that's 35 times in the first 10 just grandchildren of young artistes. And of course, to bring you right up to date, 1996, there could be many, many more added to that. Such is the remarkable line of a famous young artiste of the Houben family. Well, it's back to the table. Always amazing with the Belgium celebration evenings, how many fanciers arrive and enjoy, congratulate the winners, and that's rightly so. All around Europe, all over Europe, even internationally they come. Luke, of course, will join. Congratulations, ladies. Jeff and Evelyn, rightly so proudly looking on. All the hard work they put in throughout the year has come to fruition. And the Golden Dove itself, solid gold, been admired by Luke. Nice picture of Nadia to have a look and to admire. Should probably ask Roberto. Yes, it is. It's really ours this year. Whilst young Cindy is anxious to put her authority on the... Yes. Yes, it is. Great. The next part of the evening is a presentation to the Houben family. Unique presentation. Cindy ever smiling. Cameras are ready. Isn't that nice? Being presented to the youngest member of the family, Luke, seeing Emma Cindy. Being presented by Ken Ichiyokahara from Japan. And it's a very special memento on behalf of Japanese Pigeon Weekly. marvellous memento of a fabulous evening. Garden Dove 91, presented by Ken Ichiyokahara. They once said of the Houben family, and in particular Jeff, is well known as Coca-Cola, and certainly as reliable as a Mercedes-Benz. And that is true when one talks of racing pigeons. The name Houben is synonymous with success. The next trophy to be presented to the Houben family, daughter-in-law, the late Stan Ramaker's passing to her husband, who was the son, of course, of the late and famous Stan Ramaker's. His father was a lifelong friend of Jeff. And this moment must be a little sad for Mrs. Ramaker's, who is presenting the prize to Jeff. They grew up together, they were pigeon fanciers together, and more importantly, friends together. So it must give a great pleasure on both sides.